Hi everyone, welcome to the Physio Tribe. I am Alicia Fernandez, who has been working as a physio for the past 8 years. In today's video, I'm going to share with you a few skills that you could take on from the classroom and apply straight into the clinic. Now, these are skills that we don't learn per se, but these are very valuable skills as we move on to be better professionals or therapists. Now, have you ever been in a situation or are imagining a situation where your first client comes in and you're having a shit day and the client starts talking about their back pain or their shoulder pain and you're like, oops, what do I know now? How do I go about it next? You have all this knowledge and theory that you've learned over the past 4.5, 5 years. And now this client has come to you with this one problem for which you probably have too many solutions and you don't know which one to pick from, or you just go blank. You just like, woof, can't remember anything. Now, whether you're a new professional or whether you've been working for many years, I think the unpredictability of who is coming to you with what problem is always the case. But that eventually, once you start enjoying your work, is like that new addiction that you're looking ahead to getting into, exploring more, asking more questions, exploring a new personality, understanding a same problem in a different way, or how to approach the same problem in an n number of ways. And that's what at least keeps me interested and inquisitive in my work. So, from my experience and watching some of my mentors, what I've gathered is the most important skill is that of being self-reflective. And what I mean by that is knowing where you are in a particular point at that moment. Now, it's easy to say this, but it's very hard to practice. Everyone has their own way of how they stay grounded, how they maintain or go back to their neutral mindset or ground zero, like I call it, for every single client that walks in your door and every single day. Because when you do that, when you are in a neutral space in your head, it's important and it's then easier to execute skills like clinical reasoning, active listening, decision making, which is something we have to do day in, day out, not for ourselves, but even help someone else who's coming to us for helping them. So what I do personally is when I put my uniform on, is when I'm set and I clear my headspace, I take a few deep breaths, and then I'm ready to start work. And I'm all for the patients then, and I'm all for my colleagues, being a senior physio, and lastly, the admin team. And lastly is the admin team. And even with our patients, we play different roles, like that of a friend, a therapist. Sometimes they talk to you as a neighbor. So you have to be ready for whatever or whoever comes in the door with whatever problem they have. And when you're on the ground zero, you can go into different directions and always come back to your center so that you're giving and making a very non-biased decision, which is all towards achieving the patient's goal. The other two skills are that of active reflective questioning. Now, when I say reflective questioning, that means you have to ask yourself questions like, what am I here for? What has happened? What can I do about it? And how can I learn about this in future? And sometimes you have to do it on the spot, which is called reflexive in action. And then you have reflection on action. So you go back and you reflect on a decision that all of us have, the decisions we make, which we are not so happy about. But when you go back and think about what was that incident, how did you react to it, what could you have done different, and then how would you change your approach in the future? If you think of every problem that you come across in that way, that helps motivate you, go to different people to find answers or find your answers in different resources that are available. And that's how learning happens. Because if you think about it, every human being is like a different or a new book altogether. And each problem of theirs is like a new chapter. So the only way to get the best results for each one of them is to keep reflecting on you, on your decision making, and on your evaluating and treatment skills, which will help you get better in treating them. So let me know what is your, so in the comment section, if you would want to share that, what is your thing, what is your one that you do, one action or one mantra or whatever you use to keep you grounded. If you've not been doing it, then start doing it. And you'll notice that you feel so open as a therapist and you're so ready to receive messages or ideas of different sorts once you start practicing the art of self-reflection. Looking forward to hearing from you all. Please like and comment to tell us how we're going, and share if you feel someone else would benefit from the same. Catch you later. Have a good day. Stay safe. See ya.